Thursday. We hope everyone's day is off to a magical start. Welcome to Disney on a Dime. I'm Tan. This is my husband Eric, and today, guys, we are coming in to share with you our worst rides and also our best rides over at Magic Kingdom. All right, and we, true to form, have our handy dandy notes, okay? I am wearing a brand new Disney shirt.
Thank you for finally getting back on board. In the last few videos, you have not been sticking to the script and wearing Disney shirts.
But wait a minute. All right, so do we wear Disney shirts? Okay, so the name of the channel, Disney on a Dime. Right. Wearing Disney shirts. Are we only a Disney channel?
Absolutely not. We love Universal. All your favorite rides are Universal, Transformers. So on this channel, we cover Disney a lot, but we also cover Universal and really everything Orlando.
So why is the channel Disney on a Dime?
Because you can remember it. I bet you will not forget that name, Disney on a Dime.
Really catchy, really catchy. All right, so
let's ready to get started.
All right, so our worst rides.
Yeah, well, let me say this first, because this is Disney on the Dime. Why don't we cover our favorite rides, our worst rides? Well, a couple of things. You know, one way you save money is by really being focused on what you're gonna do, right? So if you can spend one really good day at Magic Kingdom, as opposed where you ride all your favorite rides, as opposed to two mediocre days where you spend more money, you're gonna save money. And obviously this is our opinion, and actually we're probably gonna disagree on some of these.
I'm sure we will.
So what I would say as a family, figure out, hey, this is what I really wanna ride, and kind of have a plan going in, and that prevents chaos, wasted time, wasted money when you get to the parks. That's what we do. We've developed a pretty good system. I know what you like, you know what I like. It keeps down confusion.
But guys, I wish someone had told us early on, do your planning as far as what rides you're gonna ride beforehand. It really would have avoided us having, or prevented us from having, a lot of little meltdowns and little disagreements and spats in the park.
Matter of fact, we're gonna talk about Haunted Mansion. Having a spat around Haunted Mansion, but we're gonna get to that. All right, why don't you jump into your first? We'll start with the worst, our least favorite. All
right, so my worst ride, or my least favorite ride, guys, over at Magic Kingdom has to be, hands down, #1, the Jungle Cruise.
What? Jungle Cruise is, see, disagreement already.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't like the Jungle Cruise, guys. And here's the thing. It's not that it's a terrible ride per se, or attraction per se. My problem is once you actually physically plant your butts into the seat of the ride. That for me is the problem, okay? You know, most of the rides, guys, you're either forward facing. Yeah, I think most of the rides you're forward facing, okay? You're sitting with your family members and you're forward facing. However, with the Jungle Cruise, some of you are forward facing, some of you are facing this way, facing another person's party.
So it's a boat ride and you sit around the boat, you face each other like an oval. We'll put some pictures up, you'll flash pictures, you'll see it. So you are very close with a large group.
It is very tight. And so to your point, babe, it's a boat. So how are you supposed to sit on a boat? Well, here's my thing. If you, let's say, have ever stayed over at the Polynesian and you've taken the boat, one of the boats over to Magic Kingdom, you face forward. Makes for better enjoyment of the ride, as opposed, and then so when you're on the Jungle Cruise, and again, we'll insert the pictures, guys. You're having to turn around a lot, and look behind you to kind of look at the attractions. And you are face to face with like people that are right, so it's kind of awkward. I get that. I don't want to necessarily be right here with perfect strangers.
I know this one's going to be controversial. I know y'all are going to hate me.
Yeah. So what's yours?
For that reason, and I'm going to get crucified. Small World. I'm sorry.
I don't agree. It's a Small World is a really nice nostalgic ride for me. What's your problem with it?
It doesn't do anything. It is very, and look, I have no problem with an older ride. I know Disney has a lot of older rides, but there's just nothing going on. It's not really a story. It's just a bunch of kids dancing around the world. I guess that is the story. It doesn't do it.
And there it is. That is the story. It's a small world. You know, when you go to Disney, it's not just black. It's not just white, okay? Disney is a place, Magic Kingdom is a place where all cultures, all peoples come together in one place. And so when you're in a small world, I think it's just amazing. If you're coming from whatever country, to see your country, you know, your culture represented on that ride. And so for me, you know what I think? absolutely needs to happen over at Magic Kingdom, I think It's a Small World should be put in the front of the park, and that should be a mandatory walkthrough. That should be your entrance into the park. It's a small world that lets you know that, you know what, it's not just about this race, this culture. When you come through these gates, we are all welcome. All right, so my next worst, guys, I'm gonna get killed on this one. Peter Pan. Peter Pan's flight. I don't like. I could do without it. I could do without it. The issue with Peter Pan's flight is the queue.
So not the ride itself, the queue.
No, well, I take a little bit of issue with the ride also, but guys, don't ever in your life, pro tip here, go and try to get on Peter Pan flight without a fast pass.
Which you wouldn't think, because it is an older ride. You would think, oh, it's Peter Pan has been there, but you're absolutely right. That has to have the craziest line, I think, in Magic Kingdom.
Yes. All right, so what's yours?
Mad Tea Party. The teacup ride.
All right,
A bunch of spinning and twirling. I'll be honest with you, growing up, we went to Disney a grand total of twice when I was a youngster. I remember getting on the Mad Teacup ride and throwing up.
So my next worst is gonna be the Haunted Mansion. I know, it's some of y'all's favorite rides. I've seen the long queues, but for me, it's the Haunted Mansion because of the queue, all right? Well, and you know what? Not specifically the outdoor queue. It's when you get in, all right?
And there are a few rides, so there are not many rides like this in Orlando, but there are a few where they like let you out into a room and you kind of have to form your own line. Yeah. And that can be chaotic.
We'll show a picture of that also. Yeah. But it's like, you know, you go into the room, the shrinking walls, they come in on you, he gives you the spiel, and then the doors open. And it's a free-for-all.
Everybody runs to the thing.
You know? Yeah. And then so it's like, okay, we have to try to make some kind of sense out of this crowd of chaos, and depending on what time of year you go, you know, everyone hasn't showered. You know, we're coming up on the hotter months now, and I don't know, I just hate being sandwiched in between.
So the way the queue works is the outside queue is very interactive, very fun. They take you into a small room. They let in like a group of, let's say, I don't know, 20 people. They put you in a small room.
I think it's more than 20.
It's hot. Yeah, it's probably, they stuff you in there. The room actually grows. It gets bigger.
Okay.
And then they take you through a little sequence, a little scary sequence, and then the room opens and everybody runs, and there's no line when it opens. So yeah, that's a little chaotic. Yeah. I think the next one, I think we'll both agree that we don't like this one. Again, because of the line, not because of the ride, Astral Orbiter. Yeah. Because you remember,
you're right. I just thought about it. Astral Orbiter, it's a really fun ride, guys. You can, however, miss it also because of its location and proximity over in Magic Kingdom, guys. It is sandwiched right up against, actually,
the Tomorrowland Transit Authority. Yeah. It's at the top. So the Tomorrowland Transit Authority, which is one of our favorites that we'll talk about, it's on top of that. So you have to you line up at the bottom, and that takes a while, and then people take elevators, and it takes forever because you have to take an elevator.
And you know, with the elevator, only a handful of people can get in there at a time, so it just takes forever. The line's always long, but it is a really fun ride. I do like the fact that you're able to see the entire park, you know, when you're up there, but ugh.
How do you feel about Carousel of Progress?
Over it.
So just to get, if you haven't been to Magic Kingdom before, and we got our notes, just to give you guys an indication of what, Carousel of Progress is. You know, Disney tries to do things differently. So back in the 1964 World's Fair, Disney actually created an exhibit called the Carousel of Progress at the World's Fair. And what it showed is it's like a revolving stage with animatronics, and it shows you 4 acts or 4 shows, a family going through 4 different time periods. They go to the 1900s, the 1920s, the 1940s, and the 21st century. Okay. So built in the 60s, they moved it to Magic Kingdom in like 1975. So it's literally, it's older than us. Like it's an old ride. So it is nostalgic, but what
it has a great premise. Right. Okay, it has a great premise, but I honestly think, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think as well. I think it has run its course. I don't know if they're able to revamp it and now make it a little bit more modern, or if they should get rid of the ride altogether.
I think for me, just looking at it, I think the way it's designed, they probably have to get rid of it. I think it would be hard to update it, but I don't know for sure. I will say, pro tip, if it's raining go get on the Carousel of Progress, because the show takes what, 30, 45 minutes?
Yeah, it's a nice lengthy ride, and especially during the summer, you know, you get those little pop-up rainstorms in Orlando. If it's raining at Magic Kingdom, hop on, and then hopefully, most of the times, the storm will have passed by the time you get off.
So right next door to the Carousel of Progress is one of our favorite rides. So now we're going to talk about the things we love, right? Yes. The rides we absolutely do.
There are quite a few that we actually do enjoy at Magic Kingdom.
Is the Tomorrowland Transit Authority.
Love it. Yeah. Even though it is one of the, you know, older rides there, I just love the nostalgic feel of it. I love it when you get on there. It is just so relaxing and laid back. I wish it was one of those rides where you didn't have to get off. Yeah. Well, I do though wish that they would have kept the the announcer from the old. They did go back and revamp it a little bit.
The Tomorrowland Transit, I forgot what he said.
He would say, paging Mr. Morrow, paging Mr. Tomorrow. I got rid of that.
Our other favorite is Pirates of the Caribbean.
I like the ride, but it's more your favorite than mine.
Yeah, for a lot of the same reasons. It's very relaxing, very nostalgic. It doesn't. It's an old ride, but it doesn't feel dated when you're on it. And they did the recent updates of the animatronics from the, you know, the latest Pirates of the Caribbean movies, where they added the Johnny Depp character. So they've done a good job of keeping it up to date. I really like the queue. It kind of feels like you're walking through a fort. If you've ever been to like Puerto Rico and seen some of the forts, it's very similar.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
We also like the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. That's another newer ride.
Yeah, I love too that, you know, it's not really a scary ride or scary roller coaster, if you will. You can kind of get on it with your family. It's not like some of the more bigger roller coasters. I also love the fact that, you know, the little cars kind of move back and forth.
It's got a neat little queue.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great thing about Disney. They have roller coasters like Big Thunder Mountain. That's another one of our favorites. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It's a roller coaster, but it's not an intense roller coaster.
Right.
So everybody can ride it. So you'd agree with me, Big Thunder Mountain is another one of our favorites.
Yeah, I absolutely would.
The Walt Disney World Railroad.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, what's your reason for loving it, babe?
Similar to the Tomorrowland Transit Authority, you see the whole park and you can actually stay on it. So when you're tired and you need a break, you can just go round and around.
Loop the park as many times as you want.
My other one would be Space Mountain. It's interesting, Space Mountain has been around really since the conception of both of the Disney parks, and it's still not, there's still not any ride like Space Mountain at an amusement park anywhere.
Not even at Universal?
You know, there's Harry Potter, The Mummy, those are fast rides that are enclosed, so I think Universal was definitely inspired by Space Mountain, but Space Mountain to me is still very unique.
Yeah. Well, that is it, guys. We hope that you've enjoyed hanging out with us today and hearing our worst and some of the more enjoyable rides over at Magic Kingdom. Let us know what yours are below in the comments. And so with that, until next time, guys, don't forget to make every day